So I just got out of the theater from watching the new Doctor Strange movie. Holy man, it's like 12 o'clock in the morning. Oh. Okay, first of all, this first part of the video is going to be spoiler free so that the people who haven't seen the movie yet can stay, and the people who have seen the movie can watch till the end. So we're gonna get into the plot first. I was going into this movie like expecting something like, you know how when you went into No Way Home, you kind of expected the 3 Spider-Man to, to come in, and, you expected the other villains to come in and the multiverse was involved. That, like, you go into Doctor Strange, you think one thing's going to happen, the complete opposite thing. Whatever you were thinking that was going to happen, just take that and just throw it away, because that's not what happens. It completely throws you. The visual effects, oh my god, this movie was beautiful. Because like there was so much like, abstract artistic multiverse type shit. It was amazing. Like, I have never seen this much creativeness in cinema. Hold on, I gotta close that door, because there was one day that somebody pointed out how you could see the family photo on that wall over there. Don't skip back now, but oh, also I got the Logan Paul drink, Logan Paul and KSI drink Prime. I thought I'd try it live in some video, so this is gonna be the video. It's like an offshoot of cranberry juice. It's not that good. Wanda. I could say that her as a character, this movie feels like the best possible sequel to all of Doctor Strange's, storyline. And at the same time, you get so much addition to Wanda. This is like Doctor Strange plus Wanda, the Multiverse of Madness, because you get so much, like, not backstory, because you get a lot of backstory in WandaVision, but you get so much characterization and character development for Wanda in this movie. You have Doctor Strange over here and Wanda, they're both going through their own separate arcs at the same time, but it doesn't feel like Wanda's shoehorned into the movie. She's like just so perfectly incorporated. It works so well. Sam Raimi's directing of these movies is really caused them to go up incredibly in quality. Like, and still have that, Marvel charm to it. Like, still having those little fun moments, little fun/funny moments in it. And some people don't like the jokes all the time, and this is definitely not gonna be your funny all the time movie. This is comparable to no other movie in the MCU now that I really think about it, because with this movie, you get a little bit of all the good stuff. You get that comedy that Benedict Cumberbatch brings to the table. You get the heartwarming or gut-wrenching sentimentals that you get when you watched WandaVision, and then you also get the fun of experiencing new storylines with people like America Chavez, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, and Wong is a great character throughout the movie. I mean, he's just Wong. What else can I say? Overall, this movie is definitely an 8.5 out of 10. So, this is the end of your spoiler-free section of the review. Now we're getting into the spoiler review. Wanda is the antagonist. That's the main. I don't know if that shocked ever. I don't know if that's gonna shock any of you, or because that shocked me. That shocked me. Okay, like that was so surprised. I did not expect Wanda to be the main force to be fought against, and we find this out at the very beginning. She was the Scarlet Witch throughout the whole movie, and I loved that. I loved how she was explored. I loved how her arc trying to find the reality where she can be a mother, and it was always brought back to that. It was always I'm not a villain. I'm just a mother. And that was so, like, that hit so hard, that hit so close to, not close to home, but it hit so close to home because I am a mother myself. No, but it just hit so hard because you know that she wants to have that type, she wants to be a mother, but her children, they're just not real. She also, like, she brings up things that I, as a very casual Marvel viewer, don't understand sometimes from the perspective of the characters in universe. In the beginning of the movie, we'll talk to Strange about how, because they know he gave up the Time Stone to Thanos. Eventually, it ended up being the 1 in 14,605 possibilities that, they ended up winning. But people sometimes don't empathize with that because, they still had the blip. The Avengers and the Avengers and Strange, they don't really think about those type of things when they do what they do. They just because like Strange said in a part of the movie, they just said they were in a war. It was the heat of the battle and they had to do something. And like in Strange's case, he had to do something or else the man who literally saved everything was gonna die. In that situation, he had no choice. Well, we find out in Infinity War that's really why Vision died. Because Thanos was able to get the Time Stone from Strange. So Wanda had to kill Vision. Thanos was able to turn back time with the Time Stone. At the very end, you really just you have to, even though she's been such a very evil-hearted person throughout the movie, you just have to you have to feel some sort of empathy at the very end when she goes and sees what her kids are gonna see if they were to see her in her current state. They don't see her as a mother, they see her as a monster, and that's just so heart-wrenching to watch. It's so hard to watch her realization of the fact that that's who she is, and if she continues to try to keep going after those realities where she's the mother of some other Wanda's children, that's what she's gonna be. She's gonna be a monster. And for her to realize that and then finally decide to destroy it all and die for it, I'm pretty sure I'm going to place my bets that Wanda is dead in canon. And if that is the case, the way that she died was incredibly well done. And then that's the end of Wanda and her arc. That's the end of Wanda's story. Now, Strange's story, it's good. It's really good. Strange has always been this, arrogant type, one-man show type dude, because he always has to be holding the knife, in Christine's words, which, by the way, his plot with Christine, I like it. I like it a lot. I like that Christine is the person to drive him to do the right thing, to make himself better. Christine is the one he has in his life, has in his heart, whether or not she's in his life or not. And I think that's the point. I think that the point of Christine not, maybe them not being in a relationship is to exemplify that he doesn't need Christine in his life for Christine to be in his life or in his heart. Christine is the one who changes him in the end. Christine is the one who makes him realize that he needs to change something within himself when he's able to realize that he can't do this alone and his way may not have to be the right way. When he decides not to take America's power at the end and instead rely only on her. And in the end, I think his whole arc, I just kind of put this together in my mind. It's just, he's so self-reliant. He doesn't think that anybody else can do it the way that he thinks is right because he's the only one who knows what's right. But now he has to realize that he has these people backing him up all the time. He's got so much support. He's got Christine. He's got America. He's got Wong. That he doesn't need to be this guy who always has everything figured out because he can he can rely on other people. And that's when he got Christine to help him. That's when he got America to help him. That's when he got even Wong to help him. And at that point, it did become more than just Strange. And I think that's Strange's arc, to be honest. It's just like, but then there was a consequence to pay at the very end, when after, because to go into the soul, to dreamwalk into himself in that universe, they paid a price. So now he has that third eye in the middle of his head because he messed with that evil shit. And oh my god, I can't but wait to see where they go with that, because because you see in the end credit scene, like at the very end of the movie, you just see like him, he breaks down and starts yelling, and then his third eye just opens up. But you might think that, okay, he's gonna turn to evil Strange now. Oh god, Doctor Strange is evil too. But no. He at the end credit scene, he's walking around all normal, and then I'm pretty sure her name is Storm in the comics. It's like Storm because she has that thing that cuts open like realities. I'm pretty sure her name is Storm or something like that. I also think she's black in the comics and she was white in the movie. So, fuck you. I think that's about it for me. I just talked about a movie for like 25 minutes. And you're probably only going to see maybe 10-15 minutes of it, because there was a lot of just rambling. Go watch the Doctor Strange movie, because I definitely did not do it verbal justice, because I didn't even give you a plot synopsis. But I mean, like, if you just watch the spoiler section, you should have watched the movie first. Because if you just watch me before you watch the movie, what are you doing? Am I that important to you that you're over here watching me talk about a movie before you watch a movie? What the fuck? No. Go watch Doctor Strange. If you have watched Doctor Strange, good for you. If you haven't watched Doctor Strange, go watch it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do that. If you haven't sent me something to put on my wall, do that too. But I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.